Gotta jump right in. Can't wait for all four of you to join the room. So I gotta go ahead and lay it down right now. You know, got cut last time because, you know, certain things going on. So, you know, the internet issue, you know, way out here, man. Also, it's a beautiful day. Wind is blowing. You probably can't hear me as clear. I hope you can. Let me know. So you see the title. We're talking about histrionics. That's dealing with the cluster B personality disorder. Maybe no. But anyhow, though, histrionics, cluster B personality. The reason why I say cluster B personality is because that's a functioning disorder or a functioning personality disorder. Not like a schizophrenia or a cluster C personality, you know, where it's like someone is always looking at you like they are invisible and you don't see them type, you know, or they're always nervous about little things, you know. And so, yeah, let me make sure I'm covered up over here. And semen retention. We gotta talk about that, you know what I mean? I don't know where you at in it. I hope you're further along than you was before the last time we had our little chats, you know, and keeping it going further up and up and up, man, you know, because that magnetic attraction is you'll start attracting a lot of things to you. So you have to start building up your defense mechanism. Unless you just like to be on earth and just do the earthly things, you know what I'm saying? Especially those in the rat race who is not really liking or who's pretty much just work all the goddamn on time. Shit, work all the time, and you know, you're like, hey, you're in the rat race, and kudos. If you like the king's world, do that. But the ones who are like, you know, we're not trying to do all that. We're striving to build our light body up. Because discipline is where the freedom comes in at. If you have discipline, you can be free. No matter who you is, you know what I mean? People will prejudge you no matter what it is. You can say you're homeless. Yeah, I'm domicileless. I walk the earth. You know what I'm saying? The earth is my turf. You know what I mean? So, of course, when they know you walk the earth, things are going to be taken off of the earth, which is like, you know, fruit, trees, gardens, you know, things that be able to sustain the earth. But there's some beings who are extra smart and they need to sit and be thinking and like utilize their intuition. Like there's beings who are real smart mathematicians, and these beings are out in the world and they're getting fed these toxic drugs or things that are mind altering chemicals that get them off their shit. And these beings are very important to history in general, or very important to just life in general. I'm talking about the smart ones. But when they get taken away on their lower vibrational self, when they get offered these things, they don't have an outlet, you know, to explore their creative abilities, then, you know, they lock themselves into a drug state or a codependency state. And that's when they're not mastering the genes. This is really important because when you're dealing with histrionics, certain individuals, like when you're dealing with workouts and stuff like that, steroid using people who's using steroids behind your back and saying that they naughty or whatever the case they is and shit, but then you're trying to get like them eating 6 meals a day. You know, these people that are histrionic, they know that you'll follow them, you know, just because of the way that they look. They're relying on that physical makeup that you have, that physical desire that you want to get within you, instead of mastering and strengthening that light that you have and that light that's coming to you, and you can harness it. When you harness it, it'll just sit with you for forever. It's not like money. Money come and go. You use it for different things. But that creativity, boy, it's there. You buy the things that'll help you create something, like, oh man, you'll go further along the way than just having money and just sitting. You know, money is good for you to get things. It's a currency, but when you're building that light body, that's where the jewels come in at. And the light body comes with the semen sacredness. That's a part of the title I was building on. I was getting to that part. The semen sacredness is how you be able to master your histrionics, because we're talking about naturally a histrionic part of the cluster B personality disorder. You know, because histrionics are the ones, like I say, the bodies. They have a body type where it's like they look voluptuous, and they can utilize that body type to get you for your physical desires and natures. You know what I'm saying? The corporeal realm and the material things. You know, and so these beings are more likely to have, of course, they have narcissism or narcissistic personality, because that's in every cluster B personality disorder, and also alone. But when it's comorbid with the histrionic, oh man, a histrionic has a flavorful of attracting people naturally. You know, so like I say, it's a comorbid of people who utilizes their body as a way to bait you in. Naturally, the Most High, the chosen, they're naturally the bait and the catch at the same time. That's what I'm saying. We the bait and the catch at the same damn time. These mothers want to bait you in like a predator and shit, you know? And so when you following these workout regimens that are like geared to get you to lust for them, geared to get you to be like, you know, to follow them. They have a toxic personality. That's where your codependency will get triggered. And this is where we're breaking from that right here on here. Peace. It says, how do I walk on earth? How do you walk on earth? That's something. So yeah. So when you're actually, you know what I'm saying, getting triggered by these histrionics, these workout gurus, supposedly they're coming in, they're taking things behind your back. They're not letting you know how to take these things. They're not showing you that they're doing this and they're stacking this and they're doing these reps. They purposely get you underneath, you know what I'm saying, their workout whole regimen to make sure you don't surpass them. And that's dealing with competition type of thing. And they're not in really competition with their own self. And that's what the true I am is all about. The Most High, that's within. So we're light bodybuilding. We're dealing with like today's mathematics. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with wisdom born, all being born to wisdom. But it borns knowledge, all being born to wisdom. Knowledge, being wise to what's born, that you see that's made manifest, being wise to it. Now we're talking about the histrionics now, because they get you to pull in on the desire of what you see, physical, because they're voluptuous and muscular. And then people always say, it's in the genes, it's in the genes. But when you're wise to what is born from the Creator, you can become wise as well. You become a king. 11, which is 1 and 1. 11 is a kingdom. You have a kingdom, which is a wise dome, you know? And so when you're dealing with a wise dome, now you have a wise dome to wisen the dome of the unlearned now. You can teach others, you know? So that's important. But when you're dealing with someone who's trying to get over on you, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. And like I say, they already got something anyways, because you got rich people who still begging. You know, they already got something in the flesh, in the physical. Meanwhile, you know, you get triggered thinking that they deserve all this, and in reality, they're just building up their own karma, you know, in the light world, you know, which is lowering their light further in darkness. But when most outside seeing someone that's like, man, look, you don't even need all that. Look, motherfucker outside, boom, boom, boom. You gotta pick your areas where you gotta go to. Now, if you're in the cold and living outside, it's different. You gotta learn how to adapt. You know, if you're homeless in the cold, and I have a playlist where I showed you that we had to get like that, because it ain't like a mug is like homeless because, hey, I chose it, Most High chose it, but they knew I would strengthen me for it. I had to deal with child support, all of that, you know what I'm saying, where they had to get me back, you know? They try to do whatever, because I ain't had no record, you know? So they're sending archons, whoever, to entice your peoples to go against you. That's how they've always been doing it. It's just in a higher form now, you know? It's dealing with computers and shit like that now, you know? But anyhow, Most High is showing the light and the glory, like what you have to do to attain that physical freedom, that discipline. And that freedom, that discipline is what you have to do. Discipline sets you apart. And I'm talking to my Nagas or anyone in the world who wants to actually, who use Nagas or niggas as an inspiration. Because a lot of motherfuckers in the world, they use niggas as inspiration, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know it or not. And I ain't saying that there ain't nobody ain't heard before. Shit, that's just how it was. That they don't, you know, damn near agree or ain't seen, you know, in some form of fashion. So, yeah, a histrionic, if it's not a well put together histrionic, then they'll have the ability to mislead a lot of individuals. And when they mislead those individuals, these individuals will remember them and follow them into the light realm when they transition. Like, I remember you told me about this in health, and I couldn't get my and mugs form knots around these beings. There's little knots, there's medium knots around spirits, and then there's big ass knots with millions of motherfucking spirits around these old false gods and false prophets who lied to the people's innocence and catered to their innocence and marketed to their innocence, yo. Like a motherfucker who's big really want to lose weight, and they don't really want to go under the knife, but they want to lose some weight because they want to feel healthy and look healthy. And if they're looking at this histrionic motherfucker all the time, looking all ripped and swollen shit and saying, you got to be like this, and this mug has got an energy where it's a sexual energy that he's pushing. We're back in the game, y'all. I hope y'all here. You know, they try to take a mug out. All right, so. Who that? That's a good one, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? GameStop guy. I used to love GameStop. Oh man, I bet it's so advanced right now, it's ridiculous. So anyhow though, when the big motherfucker, we left off that, I'm saying this in a good way. When the big mug is like, damn, honestly trying to get small or get to a certain point where they can actually function and run and jump. Yeah, I done seen some big people who can jump rope. And this a brother, man, I gotta remember his name, man, because I seen him jumping rope. I'm like, damn, this mug is cold with it. We gotta put him on. Shit, you know what I'm saying? To get a little push. We all gotta push each other. This will make us stronger, you know? So, but yeah, most I put a mug out there so you can see, like, at the base level, like, okay, we got baby out there and I showed you on this level, because if your home is in the cold, it's different, you know what I mean? You have to do things on that level, and you're working out, and you're eating a certain way, and you're getting, you know what I'm saying? You're in the mainland, you motherfucking getting chased by police, all that shit. They always looking at you because your light will be a certain way. You can be in a car, you gotta have your hat a certain way, whatever. You gotta be dressed. You're talking to a mug who's most I put that in front of you to show, like, okay, if you can get past these things and you're just in the house and you gotta go to work, you can do it too. You know what I mean? Because in the cold, if you're living outside, you have to be, you know, you got to adapt. You know, I adapted. Money was sticking out, so I had to find office spaces and shit like that to grind, you know? So Mosai gave me these insights through certain angels and stuff like that, and to grind, without having to further put myself into a situation where I got out of my calling or got out of the actual work. Because I can enjoy working for another motherfucker, but Mosai, he'll cut that short. Like, no, my baby ain't gonna be all living that, because I know you ain't gonna appreciate him and shit. So anyhow though, I need him for this. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyhow, you know, getting on the trains and stuff like that, yeah. So I was gonna say, you have to get on them trains if you're in the cold and stuff, you know what I mean? And it depends on what city you're in. You're in Chicago, man, it's gonna be tight on your ass. You're gonna be halfway woke all the time with them motherfuckers. Shit. And so anyways, so if a mug is big, you know, he's really trying to get small. He don't wanna do the surgery. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get small, and he got a mug trying to run you everywhere, do this. And you had TV shows that tried to run people and to get them small. I think it was The Biggest Loser. And it's like trying to make these people small by just running them all the time and not really truly changing up their diet and giving them certain things that burn fat or use fat as fuel to burn it quicker. You know, this is why coffee is good, or the coffee bean is good. This is actually a fruit. So the way that it just depends on the way you can use it. People use it in a coffee form. You can use it in all kind of ways, you know, but it'll burn the fat on your belly, get you ripped up. You know, we're doing supernatural, you know, phenomenal diamond cut season. And yeah, so I'm using the caffeine joint, you know what I mean? So that works anyways. People will be like, oh, not the caffeine. Who's to say that? Who's you to say that? You know what I mean? What's up, man? What's up, man? That's for them. What's happening? You know, they come to join up. You know what I mean? I'm glad they came through. So when you got a person who, you know what I mean, who's big, like I say, he's really trying to get small. He's really trying to get to this point. These histrionics, they can cater subconsciously to these beings' codependency issues, the big man's issue, the big woman issues. And then you got a mug walking around in front of you with a big juicy ass booty, and she got a big friend with her. Big friend really is more athletic, but this chick is a little bit more cut and ripped, and her ass is a little fatter. So before you know it, she's using this chick as a flunky walking through the gym. You know, that happens a lot. You know, and with men, we really strive to sharpen the other man. You know, what's lacking is the nutrition and the supplement plans. You got means who are trying to get you to live according to a bodybuilder's steroid using mug's workout regimen, and you can't do that. These people, they're in a high anabolic state. They're using all kind of things coupled with steroids. They got the glutamines. I mean, they're using natural things like glutamines and stuff like that, but they got all the BCAAs. They're constantly using all these things. And that's why their kidneys is fucked up, because they're not filtering the kidneys. And then when they get into a certain age point, that's when they die. Shit. Because the kidneys they ain't even take the off season to filter their kidneys. And now you got kidney dialysis and you got all these damn problems and shit because your body retaining water. You done took creatine so much, you done retain water so much, now your body can't even get rid of the shit. Now you got swollen ankles and all of this shit that you don't even fucking need. This is when you're listening to some histrionics now. You know what I mean? These mugs, now certain mugs who are smart and you do steroids, you got brothers like, I think Robbie Robinson, he was the first Mr. Olympia. They didn't even give him the credit. When you see my man Whiter on the front, when he's got his arms folded up like that, the body down is Robbie Robinson, the nigga. man. Shit. And when they put him on steroids, he just exploded and shit, you know? So, and it was just like, damn, how can it work on a black man and shit, you know, with the genes like that? And like I say, if you utilize these things, you can utilize these things. If you're going to utilize them, you got to utilize them in a smart way. If you're on a healing spiritual way, it's a difference with that. You know what I'm saying? You're clearing your body out. You're detoxing your body. If you're going to use that later, now you're able to use it later because you're detoxing, clear it out. And I'm keeping it real as a motherfucker with you. You know, because there's some people who really want to get swole and want to be big, and they use different things. I haven't really know all the things. I heard somebody said Adderall or something. I guess it gets you swole or something quick. But however, if your kidneys ain't filtering this shit out, you end up being a corpse in a corporeal reality. And you ain't got your spirit game up. You're looking down like, oh shit, I fucked up. You know what I mean? So, and now you're in the spirit game, and mugs that have been enticed you in the physical through the spirit is latching onto your spirit now. You seen the movie Ghost? Motherfucker, they had the evil dudes come get his ass and bring him like, nigga, we've been coaxing you to do this, now we dragging you to our shit. We can't get him because he's part of the chosen one. He had to figure out how to get up out of here. What's up, y'all? And so, yeah, so, you know, if you're going to use steroids later, I'm pretty sure Robert Robertson probably does sparingly, you know, and you're going to have your eating down clean and pat down. You know what I'm saying? I think brothers that are using steroids right now, that a lot of people are following, you know, on YouTube. I don't know the names, but I see them. Shit, I know they're using something. You know, I know they're not eating once a day and eating fruit and motherfucking fasting and shit like that. I know they probably try to sell you that lifestyle like they're doing it, but you know, hey, but when they're using it, I know they're striving to be as clean as they possibly can, according to their will, you know, and they may not have such strong will, but they can copy other motherfuckers easily because that's a part of the cluster B personality, a histrionic or a narcissism that's in there. Narcissism is coupled with all of the 4 basic personality disorders, and narcissism is within histrionic as well. So, and if they're trying to sell you something in the world where you kind of feel shit's coming down and shit like that, yeah, you know, I mean, I would sell you something, but I'll have to put it together myself. But right now, we're striving to get you to do it on your own naturally. But, you know, semen sacredness is like a natural steroid for the light body. It's going to build you all the way up anyways, you know, and you do the natural things. But for those who just want to be dealing with that, you're going to have to clear your body out first. You know, I'm talking about steroids later on or whatever you're going to do. I never really wanted to do steroids. I never thought about the shit, but I guarantee you, if you use it in the right way, it'll work for you. The right way. If you have the right type of shit, the right natural steroid, you know what I mean? There's natural herbs and roots that are natural steroids and shit that you actually use. That means you're eating, you have to be fasting. Don't eat like every 48 to 72 hours, and you're basically eating fruit. So yeah, I would say that would be coupled up with that, you know what I mean? You get to that point when you're older. And that's when you can carry that, and that's a supplement basically at that point. Because some people are against supplements. Like, no, that's cheating. That's not cheating. How can you cheat the body? You're helping the body. What is it doing? Is it messing up the kidneys more, or messing up some other organs? What's messing up the kidneys and the other organs and the lymphatic system is all of the dairy products, the fucking processed meat, the undigested animal protein that you have up in your brain that's making you think stupid and fucked up. It's giving you they're giving you a sensitive being schizophrenia. You know what I'm saying? And so, yo, KQ, what's happening? So, you know, that's what that's really doing, you know. So when you get older, yeah, if you're clear out, I'm not against the steroid joint. If you're gonna use it in the righteous manner. You probably at that time you'll be mastered with your eating at that point. You know what I mean? Because at this point it's preserving muscle, and the muscle is the thing that breaks down later in life. You don't know how to produce muscle. When your muscle can't produce no more, then you just gonna be a fertile motherfucker. And that's, I see that in old age. They lose that muscle. And so once you learn how to keep that muscle on, eating the right way, and building it up through life, because this is an everyday thing. Just like building up the light body. This is everyday thing. You just gonna be like, okay, today I'm not building up the light body. I'm gonna let 2 go. You just gonna let 2 months go like that? That's 60 days. You gonna let 60 days go? You gonna bust 2 nuts? And some of you just bust 5 of them and shit. That's back into the semen sacredness, you know? That's a lot. 5, you already in the negative damn near. Now your body just can produce testosterone. You think you're strong, and you think you're going to the gym. Somebody that told you that you can produce more testosterone by busting a nut and going to go work out afterwards. Yeah, that happens. But you're just refueling. You're not already at the point where you was at. You can back low. Now your body has to do all kind of shit to get back up. And we're not trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? This don't cost you nothing but your energy and your time and your effort, you know, to put in and to invest in yourself. Because then you can't get everybody else to invest in you, really, at this point. People do see your value, but they may not invest in you. What can they invest in you? They can invest some kind of money for you to get some kind of materials, and that can help. But at the same time, there's nothing else they can invest in you because they don't have their light body up. If they had their light body up, they can invest their time and energy into you, and then you will blossom. That becomes the energy now. But you know, when you invest in yourself at this time, God help those who help themselves. Once you start helping yourself, then the energy start lining up with you. When you're eating the right foods, when you're doing these things, your thoughts start detoxifying. You're gonna purge out a lot of shit, a lot of mucus. You know, you're gonna purge out globs if you've been eating meat for a long time. I stopped eating meat when I was like 16, 17 years old. You know what I mean? So I ate fish again, but I didn't eat it like that. I still was more vegan and fruitarian than anything. Fish was like sparingly, you know what I'm saying? I make it a whole, and when I did eat it, it would be a whole fresh one type shit. Sometimes I got it in the bags. I didn't really eat it all like that. And some people be like, man, I gave that to my kids. Like, damn, you don't give your kids and shit like they the dog. I gave that to my kids. But nah, but they my husband didn't get all that shit. I try to get fresh stuff. But at the same time, you know, you live and you learn, you grow. And that's why we're at a point where, that's why you respect your elders when they get to a certain point. They kind of know what they went through. It's like, damn, okay, you ain't really supposed to be doing it like that. Because you feel it in a certain way. You know, you're like, that ain't supposed to happen. You know, or if it does happen, I'm learning it the wrong way first. And then I learned to put it in order. And now I got it in order. I know not to do it that way. And this is where you start getting the gains at. And it's coupled up with your back. Hold on, let me fix my auras. Back. Hold on, let me fix my auras. I'm all over the place. What's going on here, guys? Whoa. Do you see? Okay, well, I'm gonna finish it up. Finish it up. So, hope we got no extra things going on. Auras all over the place. Oh no. So yeah, y'all. Histron, you have an individual, you know, selling you a certain body type that you have. Either it's an endomorph, look this up, ectomorph, or mesomorph, where I'm talking about the muscle body is the mesomorph. They don't say it mesomorph or endomorph or ectomorph to you, but these are different body types that's cast to at least three casts to every body on Earth. And some of those bodies have a mixture of both or all three. But you can tell, a trained person, a trained eye can tell this. They can see. You know what I'm saying? And so these individuals, their time is up because that money that you know, Most High allowed them to be seen, like to be seen by a lot of individuals, and it could be misleading a lot of individuals. But now we have to clean this up. And like I say, in the spirit game, there's knots on all these mugs, and then that's where the conscience comes into play, the suffering, the agony, you know, the tormenting of the spirit. Where it's like, damn, I don't know really why I'm leading these people the wrong way and working out. I'm telling them to do all this shit instead of how to do this part, how to eat this, when to eat this, how to get your body strong enough and your will strong enough to not desire to eat things so much. Because you can do it. That's why most I show you that hey, my baby show you, boom. And what's your excuse, huh? You just made, what, $10,000 last month and you just ate 7 times a day. What the hell you gotta eat 7 times in one day for? That don't make no goddamn sense unless it's eating fruit. That's it. Because your body don't store it like the way it does other foods, like your complex carbs, your lasagnas, you know. I mean, a lot of people eat a lot of protein too. You're gonna have kidney failure or a problem with your attitude and aggression. A lot of people don't really like that aggression. Some people like to be aggressive. They love that. That's fleshy, you know. And when you're aggressive and you feel fleshy, you're more vibrating on the earth plane. When you're more on a light plane, you want to be chill, and you're just like, man, I just look at this, man. You know what I mean? That's when you're on a light ascending type of plane. You want to be on that plane, then yeah, you want to master your discipline. You know, some people. So in the spiritual world, it's different. You got two bodies. I mean, spiritual world is different. You got one body, spiritual world, but I'm saying you got two bodies all together. You know, and it all adds with the Trinity when you put the mental in it. But the two bodies, you got the corp body, the flesh body. That's more seen as like the, you can say Shaitan or lighter say Satan, whatever you want to say, the more recessive part of you. Then you have the more dominant part of you, which is the spirit. That spirit can be either led low or it can be either led high, you know. So for you, Manaka, is you have a natural inheritance to the top, the upper rooms. But they're striving to trap you on the lower rooms. This is how you break out of this shit. Even if they do try to kill your ass. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, fuck it. That's what we're going to do at the end, you know? So when you're dealing with beings who idolize you, divide you, and discard you, talking about histrionics, someone who needs a whole bunch of supply source. This is a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of things to keep them busy externally. Then they won't value you as a person. They won't really sit down and do what it takes to take the time to get you to reach your goals. This is like when they say do this and that, and they can't comprehend how you can't do this, because in a certain way they were also blessed to a point physically to get you to believe in your lower self desire that you can be looking like a certain way, like them in a way. And the more you look at them, the more you will be coming to think that you are like, that you are them. And you neglect your natural self, the true I am. So in order to not do this is why I'd say you face your own self. And this is how you make yourself better. You all got what you got, but you know that you love yourself. And you'll know when you do these things, you won't neglect yourself. You'll begin to love yourself. You'll begin to attract beings who will give you the right affirmation so that you can internalize it and use it as an information for your whole psyche and your spiritual well-being. Just formulating it. You know what I'm saying? Like formulate. You know what I mean? Forming your ass. You know, and not deforming you. Because these beings are here to deform your ass, man. And they're broken themselves until they choose to help and get themselves on the right track to train themselves. The train stays on track. You can't just be making people do things and like come on, move around and not really see to it that they reach their whole goal. And this is where the spirit comes into play. Well, this breeze is feeling good. It's the hot, right? Yeah, I hope it's picking up on the live. Actually, it might not be because this shit is something. But because we've been getting cut and all that. And so yeah, so following individuals who just want you as like you got 100 million subscribers and shit like that. These are histrionics. You know, voluptuous beings that naturally got a certain type of gene that allow them to be such, and that can mislead you. You have to just see through it. And when you see through it, most times I put certain beings that show you like, yo, you gotta put some work into yourself. You gotta put some work, ain't gonna be easy. But when you get to a point, it's like assembly line. You know, I just going slow and shit like that. But if you get backed up and you look away from it and look back, that motherfucker back you up, you see like it's going fast as hell. That's what it is. You're just steady. You know what I mean? Steady with it. Let it keep going like the turtle. You know, he wins the race. You know what I mean? He ain't just running all fast through this bitch, taking all kinds of steroids and just running through life and trying to do everything physical and banging all the broads and dudes or whatever they want, because that's when you're dealing with sexual gratification. We like bodybuild over here, man. You get bigger than sexual gratification. There's more to life than sex, so sacred energy exchange. You'll learn to value it. This is when semen sacredness comes into play. You won't give it away so easily. You won't give that away easily. You'll be mad if you got it from you. You know what I mean? You'll be a little upset because you put in the work to keep it. Especially if you got it out you. They know what to do to strap you up and take that shit out your ass. Like, look. That's a rape, nigga, because you didn't want it took out you. It's like a woman, you know what I mean? So when you start honoring yourself, most times start building your armor around you even more, you know? And you won't be getting easily fooled by the histrionics that out there, the histrionics, do these. And, you know, because you'll see them start to break when they can't keep. And, you know, the spirit will start to show. You see the ugliness of certain individuals. If they was really pretty or beautiful, I'll say beautiful. Because beautiful deals with the mind, body, spirit, soul, and all of that. And on this channel and network, we're dealing with all of that, you know? So we make it beautiful in all forms and fashions. So when you have an individual, you're dealing with histrionics who just look at everybody as like a supply source, a number, you know, money they're not really caring about you, nothing. They're not spiritually developed enough to even chop it up with you. So they know you at a certain level where you have to depend on them and depend on their attention. And if you don't give a histrionic their attention, we're not talking about narcissism, we're not talking about borderline, but a histrionic. If you don't give the histrionic the attention, they'll purposely try to remove their attention from you as if their attention was mightier than all I God I survey. That's a form of punishment for them, they feel, to get to you, because you just punished them without you giving them the attention. You have that in relationships. If you have a relationship with a histrionic man or a histrionic woman, you know, just say if you just accidentally didn't return their phone call at the time, oh man, they're gonna punish your ass, and that's by giving you the quiet treatment. That's abuse. You know what I mean? These beings at the core are naturally abusive. So if you're following a histrionic personal trainer, he will most likely 9 times out of 10 will be a natural fucking abuser with the time and the attention. Especially when you're paying the money, or trying to pay the money, or trying to do whatever it takes to get these individuals. And now we're giving you the code on how to break that shit, man. You gotta work on yourself. Being at the moon right now is gonna be in Scorpio tropically. This is gonna be for about 28, 30 days, man. You'll be able to start to look at things in yourself now. I mean, the sun is already in, but not 28 days. I'm talking about the sun is in Scorpio already. Pardon. The sun is in Scorpio tropically 30 to 28 days. You know, the moon goes into Scorpio once a month. You know, so ever so say. Oh, I got that part right. Now we got off topic. Now, but y'all look it up and tell me if it is. So anyhow, so facing yourself, you won't even be able to follow you won't want to follow no histrionic no more. Histrionics are more, they're broken, so they're more on a everybody follow me, but I don't have the actual remedy, but I got this energy, you know what I'm saying, and this attention I give you to make you all feel like you're a part of me, you know. And a real histrionic is one who's in tune, and they're people's people. You thought real histrionics like Obama, Deion Sanders, these are histrionic people who are like TV talk show hosts, certain ones, you know what I'm saying, not all of them, but certain ones who are very outgoing and happy. They'll display a people's person type of vibe. I'm not saying that you're a man's person, like you're doing shit for man. No, most high do create individuals who do things just for people. They love people, shit like that. But when you're broken, and they don't necessarily know they're broken, and you can tell by when a person is broken, if you are broken or if they're broken, by when you start checking yourself and see if you have certain symptoms, which is like attention getting, you know, attention seeking. You have attention whores, yeah, those are histrionics. That's more of a histrionic anything that's attention seeking. But when you're dealing with a healthy histrionic, something like a Muhammad Ali, you know, it's a healthy attention getting, because he actually did things that were good and not just for the cameras, you know, and they utilized him and abused him. You can see he was under narcissistic abuse from individuals who are psychopaths. Psychopaths will come together. A narcissist can be one. A psychopath can use a narcissist's name to get their whole point across. Because like I was saying, psychopaths can work together, and everybody's psychopathic on the whole level anyways, but you just got to find your point. On the whole scale, everybody's got some psychopathy up in there, and that's what it all is. However, you have psychopaths that team up and that use this individual's broken nature of being a narcissist, the me, and a broken histrionic personality to make money off of. If they see you well, then they don't want to do that. They're just kind of dead you. If they see you at work with them, then they'll roll with it. And we're talking about cluster B personality disorder. But once that light start raising up in you, you become detectable. They start seeing that you pull up on their radar. You know, you're caring about yourself. You're working out, you're eating right, you're eating a certain way. You know, you're not following everybody, but you can get information from people. You know, you can use it to add on for the benefit of yourself and others. You're using the wisdom to born it, to show and prove the wisdom of the creator who's dealing with today's math. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's when you show up a little bit on the radar. They're seeing your kingliness, your kingdom, your wisdom. You have the discipline to be free to have a kingdom and a wisdom. The kingdom of your body is the true heaven right here, like boom. You know what I mean? Heaven is the heaved up place. Raising the light up to the heaved up place. So you won't be having so much thoughts. But when you walking through hell, you're not really fearing motherfuckers, but you feeling the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know where they at. And you're not just dealing with human spirits. There's all kind of spirits everywhere. You're dealing with a whole multitude of creation of the Most High. It's one all being that creates all kind of shit. Your body don't even have the same cells. It has different organs, a certain type of cell, and certain type of things that have certain things, but they don't all look alike. Only the cells that's in this own family look alike. You know? So only the own sicknesses that's produced in the body is look alike. This is why you don't have sex. That's why you don't think about sex. And I'm talking about like think about lust, like the opposite taboo. Form, you can actually get an STD just for thinking of the shit. There are spirits around your ass all the time. Just by gazing into your mind, you can form an STD. Yeah, and you're like, nah, yes. You can form so-called AIDS because your body done thought it up and produced the protein which they use to visualize and see if this, what type of sickness this is. Your mind done thought it up and produced it in your body. Now they can say you did this, that, and the third, and you ain't even go and had sex with nobody. But your mind was there and fucking thinking about shit so long that you produced the actual germ in yourself. That's how strong your mind is. You know, you'll produce it on yourself first before you produce anything outside of you. You're gonna harm yourself first. This is how it is, you know? And so, yeah, it's called autoimmune deficiency. You can produce under stress cold sores. You may not even been exposed to anything. No kind of sicknesses or colds or none of that shit. But your stressful thinking, according to how the planets is lined up, whether the moon could be in your sun sign, whether the moon could be in a sign of whatever Scorpio, because Scorpio is dealing with that's a school of the unknown. So whoever's a Scorpio, they're strong people, you know what I mean? Regardless of whatever kind of flack they get, because they're dealing with a higher upper school, dealing with the unknownness in itself, and the unknown creation, you know? So yeah, you can stress out, depending on who you are. I hear you lightning. Hey, he's lightning over there. What's up, lightning? What's happening? Okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up though, but you know, you can produce these things. You know what I'm saying? You can be eating the right way or whatever. See, that's when your mind, you're actually purging these things out your body. So this is where it's like watching porn and shit like that. You gotta dedicate because you're having actual spiritual sex, mental sex with these folks. And you're actually producing this shit. And so much things going on at this time, in this day and age. But you're gonna have to fast from if you really truly wanna get to the next level. You just wanna be like, I wanna work out and I just wanna get bitches. I wanna, you know, it's gonna get sent to you. You're gonna get all kind of shit, man. Because when you're raising your semen, you're gonna experience things in your kundalini that's extra shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you're gay, but you're gonna have feminine energy that people are attracted to. You're gonna have a natural aura about you, you know, and you're gonna experience these things deeper, which on a masculine level or on a feminine level. We got the same thing, man and woman, within the yin and the yang symbol. The black dot on the white background, the white background on the white dot. Did I say that right? Background with a white dot, white background with a black dot. Yeah. So y'all got a little bit of that there. You know? So it's yin and the yang. I was like, damn, where did yin and the yang come from? That's deep. We'll talk on that another time. But yeah, wrapping it up, y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for joining me, KQ. For jumping up in here. Love you. And what's my man's name? Lex. Walk on earth. Got the stones, brother. Oh. Nah. I love y'all. I might be a spirit too. Talking to him like, man, how the fuck do I walk on earth, nigga? I've been trying to do this on all the spirits I've been feeling on for this long. I've been trying to learn how to walk on earth. I can't barely get to it and shit. Alright. I love y'all. I'll deal with you the next one. Make sure you get your fruit berries and your melons in, especially if you can afford it. Get some grapes in, man. You're gonna feel good. Sit back, eat your grapes, look at whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't be enticing your mind on the dopamine thoughts, seeing, you know what I'm saying, these things. strive to cultivate your serotonin with that nobility, that noble, that royalness that you have within, that I see within us and all of you, that I love you. You're Asian, you're black, white, Asian persuasion, you know, Arabians and Indians and all of that, man. I love all y'all. For anyone who's been tuning in and checking out, bro, all right? NAGA. Some of you just love to say nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my nigga. And so, if you're saying it, you better say it with a good heart. All right? Until next time, I'll be with you.